Hey everybody, Scott here. Just gonna continue our discussion of the aircraft selection for Aviation 360. This week we're diving into why we decided to compare the four aircraft that we did. So just to recap a little bit, the reasoning behind our purchase of the aircraft is because of the amount of time that the company has spent between city pairs. And we kind of looked at that the first week, expanding on that. The longest distance before the Tulsa expansion was Palm Beach to Chicago, just under 1,000 nautical miles. And that distance remains the same as the longest between those two city pairs, even with the expansion to Tulsa. But now Tulsa is considerably further west than the current customer base. So to switch to OnDemand travel, the amount of time spent by our employees and the COO just simply traveling is reduced by an astronomical amount. And then additionally, as a little perk, overnight trips essentially disappear, which means employees are able to spend more time at home and hopefully lead to a happier culture at the company. It's kind of hard to see in this map, but you can sort of kind of piece together where our customers are, where our employees are traveling, and this territory is mostly East Coast, and then as we continue expanding into Tulsa, we slowly go further west. So the on-demand travel is really going to help out a lot, and we've just selected a few criteria for aircrafts to be graded against each other, and we gave them a score based on what's important. And according to our company, thankfully, our company has already bought into the fact that, hey, we know that an on-demand aircraft purchase is going to save us time, and time means money, so it's going to save us money in the long run. So they're not entirely worried about the purchase price. They're more worried about the value and the direct operating cost. So with those two things, it kind of changed the aircraft that we selected and even looked at. Additionally, they were really worried about the cabin volume and max range. So they're going to have, a couple customers trying to win over in the aircraft, making life easier for them. And they want to be able to impress them with their professionality and the seriousness of which they approach their business. So they're going to use the aircraft as a tool to not only perform their job better, but to win some key customers. So here is the selection matrix data that I pulled. Let me get my face out of the way. So we got the TBM 930, the Pilatus PC12, Citation CJ3, and the PC24. So based on the value, the purchase price, average, all these we placed a ranking on based on what was important. And this is the actual outcome of it. So we can see here that on the value score, because that was important to us, the PC24 outscored the rest hands down. Age, they were all new aircraft because they didn't really want to deal with taking over maintenance. And then operating cost, because the PC-12 and the 930 are smaller aircraft, it's turboprop, they're cheaper to maintain and cheaper to operate. So we can see that is the same here on the right side of this graph. Now, moving over, the purchase price. Now, we can't say that it's not important because it is. The 930 and the PC-12 are turboprop aircraft, and obviously they're going to be cheaper than the turbine engine aircraft of the CJ3 and PC-24. So the TBM is right at 4 million and the PC-12 is just under 5 million. Now jumping up, the CJ3 and PC-24 are above 8 million. So the PC-24 is just under 9 million, and it matters in the long run, and it matters for the company too. So it's something to consider. And then this is all just, a great way to put into perspective what each aircraft is going to bring and what it's going to cost us in the long run. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Looking forward to seeing y'all's video. See ya.